What's going on, guys? I am Freak from the channel Frost and Fist, and we got a lot to cover here on this Freaky Friday. That's right. Once again, Freaky Friday. So, like I said, we have a lot to cover. So the first thing we're going to cover is that sushi party we had talked about. Mythos and I have mentioned that we're going to have a 200 subscribers sushi party, and we did. It was absolutely fantastic. We invited his family, Darklight Dreamer, who is a member of our, or a family member of our channel, and we are of his. So, of course, let me show you some pics. If you don't recognize that arm, that is Darklight Dreamer about to tear up some delicious sushi rolls. As you can see, we had many different types of rolls. We had crunch rolls, we had California rolls, salmon rolls. I mean, just really good assortment of delicious sushi rolls made by me, and it just turned out amazing. Of course, you always wonder whether, you know, what you prepare is going to be satisfactory to your guests. I can say that with the happy faces and smiles, they were. It was a success. Everybody enjoyed it. Excellent flavor. Hey, turned out to be a good dinner night. Of course, Mythos was kind of watching me. You know, he's very observant, and things that really, you know, things that he likes, he kind of focuses on. And so I knew he had an interest. So I called him and I said, brother, let's go ahead and get you. I showed him how to make a roll. He did. He did it all himself, threw all the ingredients and rolled it himself. And we call that the Mythos roll. It was delicious. It was a big hit too. Really good stuff. And of course, the proof is in the pudding, or rather, in the faces of Darklight Dreamer. You can see, very satisfied customer. No, he wasn't a customer, a guest. But yeah, it was a really, really good time. We had a very, very good meal. And of course, not to be left out, our very own good friend of the channel and personal friends of ours, Tattoo for You, Richard, decided he didn't want to be left out, so he got himself some sushi, and he kind of celebrated with us that night, remotely, if you will. Look at that. Now that is a happy man. Now, I must say, you know, we were able to FaceTime him, but we didn't get it on camera. But what I did get on camera was, of course, can't have a good Asian meal without karaoke, and we did. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips of just us having a good time. Fortunately, I was on the camera, so y'all didn't get to see me sing, but my guests sure did, and there's a little talent there. So check this out.
Forget your lust from the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul.
Drag me through your wasted life. Are you forever dead? Told you, stay away from me. Never misunderstand me. Keep away from me. on a quiet little street. All she wants is just that something to hold on to. That's all she needs. Yeah, if I could be like that, I would give anything just to live one day, yeah, in her shoes. If I could be like that, what would I do? What would I do? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Falling into this and dreams will run.
So as you can see, we had a fantastic time with the families. The kids were having fun. We were having fun. We may have destroyed every song imaginable. And of course, I didn't have all the songs that they were looking for in my playlist. So next time, I'll make sure to have that, guys. Anyway, so on to the next stuff. I'm going to give you some hobby updates. First of all, you remember the last time that my last Freaky Friday, I mentioned what I have been doing. Of course, I showed you that I did that attack bike. Turned out beautifully, and my next thing was going to be to finish up my tacticals. Well, I started doing that. Here's a pic of my sergeant. Now you'll notice, yes, he's robed. I don't care. He looks cool. My friend Cy from our gaming store decided he was going to give me one of these, and I loved it. I think I'll use that as my sergeant. Sorry. And so it turned out really, really cool. As you can see in this pic here, he is holding a graph pistol and he's got an open power fist. All right. Now I have been watching, and I give big kudos to, big shout out to our friend at IDIC Beer, Nick, who has been putting out these great videos, back to basics, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Really, really cool. He shows you how to magnetize, how to do your trimming, your highlighting. Anyway, so I watched the one on magnetizing. Great stuff. And I decided to give it a whirl. Loved it. So I magnetized his wrist on that will be the right hand, and of course the entire arm on the left. So a couple of options that I was able to give the guy. I was able to get as you can see, he's got the open-handed power fist and the graph pistol, but I was also able to give him a closed power fist, a bolt pistol, and a power sword, which turned out really cool. And here's the power sword. It didn't turn out as good as I was hoping because this particular sword had a flat side to it. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The ones that have the edge down the middle those are a lot easier to paint. This one was a little more difficult because it was flat, and I think when I sprayed it, paint it seems to always seep into the edge. Anyway, so it was a little more of a pain. But overall, I think it'll turn out okay, at least for my taste, for my gaming style. Anyway, so yeah, this was my sergeant, and I think he turned out really, really cool. And like I said, you see him right now here with the power sword and the bolt pistol. Now here are my completed tacticals, of course, with the sergeant in the front. Got them all done. By the way, what you're not seeing is they're not on the bases there, but the next couple pictures you'll see them with the completed bases. I also, and I know that one on the right, you'll see there's a Marine with a plasma rifle that has not been completed, but all of those were completed. You'll see those in the next photos. Okay, this pic is the completed work. Notice that they are on a sandy terrain, kind of a gravel, rocky terrain for their bases. I wanted something different, like I always do, and I decided I wanted to make it more of a rocky terrain. You'll notice that they all have distinctive poses, which is really cool. Of course, the guy with the plasma rifle, I really had fun putting the highlights on that. Wanted it different. The last couple of times I've tried putting making a plasma glow on the coil, more of an orangey, fiery red, but the problem is it just kind of muddles or blends too much with the yellow of the Imperial Fist armor. So I decided to do a green this time, and I think it turned out really cool. Another pick, you see these guys, they're in action right now. They are defending this particular fortification, and I think they are ready for battle. Anyway, these guys turned out really, really good. I used a lot of really cool tips from IDIC Beers on his Back to Basic videos that he has been putting out. Again, you guys got to check that out if you're not familiar. Also, if you're starting out with painting or hobbying, these are great tips and very good reference for you to check it out. Again, here is my tactical guy with the plasma rifle, and you can see that sucker's glowing green. It looks really cool. I was really proud how it turned out. You know, of course, with the highlighting and all that, these guys I think look really, really good. Compared to what I first started out, hand painting everything, I think these guys turned out really good. Okay, so aside from that, what is next? All right, so I posed a question last week. What should I do next? Should I do the Land Raider? I've got a brand new Land Raider Crusader that I purchased. It's still in the box, wrapped in cellophane, never pulled it out. But I also have a Librarian that Mythos had given me a little after Christmas. Now, I've posed a question, what do you guys think? Should I go ahead and paint put together and paint the Librarian or the Land Raider? And I had a lot of answers, but the most predominant one was do the Librarian. I already have a Land Raider. It's not the Crusader, it's the base Land Raider. And I figured I already have a tank. I could kind of hold off for a little while and work on the Librarian, and that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I already started on the base. I'm going to have to put up pictures down the line, but this is it here. What I wanted to do is I want to make a glowing base for that Librarian. I mean, come on. This guy is pulling stuff down from the warp, so the very ground that he is walking or standing on should be glowing with warp essence. So it's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can see that. It has a little runes in it, but anyway, I think that turned out really neat. Something different for my Librarian, and so now I just have to assemble him and put him on that base. And I will show you photos of that once it's all complete. I'm probably going to use the color scheme of my Lysander captain, so I think it's going to look really neat. Anyway, so that is pretty much it, and I think shortly thereafter I'm going to go ahead and hit that Land Raider Crusader because I'm kind of anxious to put that together too. But again, for now, I want to do that Librarian first. So anyway, thank you guys for giving me some great ideas. Also, thank you for chiming in on whether I should do the Land Raider or the Librarian. And I decided to do the Librarian. I think it's going to be a good addition to my army. So anyway, guys, thanks again for everything you do. Thanks again for watching us. If you really like what you see, and I hope you do, by all means, grab up a fist and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And you know what? We would love to have you as part of, like Mythos says, the pack here on the Frost and Fist. And as always, keep your freak on.